Hello everyone, how are you guys doing today? I hope you're all doing amazing. Welcome to this channel. I'm Sam Singhal and today we'll be doing another stream. So we'll be doing some more exercism exercises regarding Golang and we'll be just discussing some stuff, what's going on in your lives, how's life been treating you lately and what projects are you diving in. If you are here, just join in. Again, this meeting is another one of those unscheduled meeting as it always has been with the case with us. But we are just trying to be more regular with our streams and let's just hope we are better at it. So let's just start with those exercises without any delay. So we have to do this party robot exercise now. And I've also been thinking of exploring a bit more ways in which I stream. So I mostly try to be a bit more energetic when I'm streaming, try to read everything as it comes through and just like that. But in this stream, I'll be a little more calm. I'll try to give you more time to actually think about the problems and we'll try to just talk about the topics that actually need some talking about. And yeah, the main conclusion of this thing is that I'll basically try to be a lit yes yappy as such and try to be a bit more into the exercises. So we can just discuss and we will see which one you find better and we'll just progress with that. And I have a lot more things planned. I'm just not getting enough time to get them into execution and I hope I can make those streams with you. I have some really interesting projects that I also want to open source, and I want you guys to actually contribute to them. It would be pretty amazing. We'll just build a community of open source contributors at such. So let's just hope for the best. I hope the stream is working properly. Yep, it is. So let's just get started. Are you able to see my Brave screen? I think not. Why is this not visible? Do I have to change this? Yeah, I shouldn't be having to prepare my stream in front of you guys, but somehow I end up doing it every time. And this OBS Studio settings doesn't last that long. That's what's annoying about it. Yeah, capture the whole display, whatever. Let me just get it working. Man, if only. Yeah, yeah, that's the screen size we want. Cool. The bottom will cut off a little bit. Why does it need to? Let's rather have the top cut off. We can decrease the size a little bit more. I don't know, it's so annoying. I don't know, somehow the window size supported by Mac is so annoying that it couldn't be clearly displayed. And that sucks. Let me know if there's a better way of arranging this. Yeah. But for now, I'll just cut off a bit from the top and I hope everything would be visible. Just let me know if something is not visible for you guys. And yep, I hope the brief screen is visible now. Yep, it is. Cool. So you can just start working on the exercises. So we are on this party robot exercise now in the Golang course or Golang journey, whatever you want to call it, on exercism, and we're just gonna get started with it. Go organized in packages. A package is a collection of source files located in the same folder. All source files in a folder must have the same package name at the top of the file. By convention, packages are also named as the same as the folders they are located in. So basically, they are talking about how in Golang, whenever you're creating a new package inside of a new folder, in your whole module, which is basically your project, you want to name those packages by convention on the name of their folder, which is generally the convention we follow, and there is no hard and fast rule as such, but all the files that are inside of that same folder need to have the same package name. That is a rule. Now, Go provides an extensive standard library of packages, which you can use in your program using the import keyword. Standard library packages are imported using their name. So they are just talking about the basic import statements. You just import them in string in Golang. And also, so the thing is when you're importing packages that are not standard, and so those will look a bit more like a URL instead of looking like a normal string or whatever you want to call it, plain string in a sense. I don't know, not a URL. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. An imported package is then addressed with the package name. Uh, Again, very simple, very Pythonic. You just use the dot operator to use anything inside of that package. Go determines if an item can be called by code in other packages through how it is declared. To make a function type variable or constraint externally visible, the name must start with a capital letter. This all we have already discussed. I think there shouldn't be any issue in it. So there is the this is the most common external package, and not an external package, sorry. It's a most common standard package that you will be using in Golang, which just helps you print stuff, print strings, print lines, whatever. Also helps you to format strings for particular tasks. So here we are just using it to format a string and store it inside of a string again or whatever. Um, yeah, and this is again very Pythonic. I bet most of you people must have seen this kind of syntax in Python just to print the decimal to two decimal points. This all makes sense. I don't know what percentage G is used for. It's for compact representation, percentage G is for exponents, and percentage F is for floating points. Okay, and percentage D is for digits that they have not mentioned here, but I think that just makes sense. And in Golang, there is also one thing that is percentage V, which just uses the default style of printing or stringifying a particular object in Golang, and that just works straight off the bat. If you're not sure about what kind of a percentage symbol placeholder that particular object type requires, you can just use percentage V, and Golang will just use the standard way of stringifying that object. Um, okay, so what do we have to do in this task? I think all of this made sense till now. Once there was an eccentric programmer living in a strange house with barred windows. One day he accepted a job from an online job board to build a party robot. The robot is supposed to greet people and help them to their seats. The first edition was very technical and showed the programmer's lack of human interaction, some of which also made it to the next edition. Welcome to a new guest to the party. Implement the welcome function to return a welcome message using the given name. Okay, welcomes a new string to the party whose birthday is today. Implement the happy birthday function to return a birthday message using the given name and age of the person. Unfortunately, the programmer is a bit of a show off, so the robot has to demonstrate its knowledge of every guest's birthday. Okay, and the third task is to implement a assign table function to give directions. It should accept five parameters: the name of the new guest, the table number, the name of the seatmate, the direction where to find the table, and the distance to the table. Okay, so these are all the functions we'll be implementing right now. Let's just go. We already know how functions are implemented. Let's code up in their editor. So here we have the packages party robot, which means the folder name where this file is located by convention should also be named party robot. That only makes sense. And we just want to print out the welcome message. So let's just see what they wanted to print in the welcome message. It should be pretty straightforward. I don't think I need to do any explanation here. Welcome to the party, and they just want to get the name printed afterwards. So let's just return. Do you want to return or do you think? Okay, so they want to return. So in the function signature, we can see that the return type is a string. So basically they want the formatted string to be returned. Now here I will like to import the fmt function because that's what's going to allow me to actually print the strings. I can also use the concatenation operation, but I think they want to teach us the fmt string formatting thing, and it just makes sense. So let's just do what they want to do, and let's just practice bit by bit. And let me just connect my charger quickly without facing any issues with the battery running out. So I've been thinking of, if you are in this channel and you've seen some videos before, we had been working on image generation platform. Basically, we mostly talk about AI on this channel, and just now started working on these Golang and other languages because I just got bored of Python. It's been a while I've been coding in Python, and I just think that I want to have one more language which is a bit more performant where I can write some APIs and stuff, and Golang is the perfect go for it. So that's why I chose it. Now the thing is that in Python, uh, you're basically what was I even saying? I lost my chain of thought. So in Python, we were using Fast API to build our endpoint for our image generation platform that we're trying to build on. But now I'm thinking of switching that up and use Golang for it. So that's why I want to focus more on this Golang exercism live streams basically, so that we can get to that, so that we are all on the same page and we can actually start working on a cool project together. Now let's go for the happy birthday wishes. I don't think there is much of change. You just need to see how you're going to format the string for it. So I'm going to copy the whole string, return fmt dot string f. Now the thing about string f is that you're not printing slash n by default. If you use print ln or string ln, I mean, we don't want to print anything, right? We just want to return the formatted string. So it should be okay for us. But in general, one thing to keep in mind is that if you were using string ln or print ln or anything like that, that would have added a by default backslash n at the end of your string, which is basically your return operator. But here they are not doing it. So we just have to do it ourselves. If we were required to do that, if we were required to print the statement so that the printing is a little bit more neat and every print statement is printed in a new line, but here it is not needed. That just works for us. Let's just delete this, return string f. What was the string we just printed? Frank. We don't want Frank to be there, we want percentage s, and for 58 years old we want percentage d. So that should give us the name and the age. It's very Pythonic in a way till now. I don't think we have seen anything very, very unique from Python, from whatever we have coded in this for now, which is kind of cool. That's what I like to see in a more performant language. And the best part about this language for me, personally, is this sake that you get that you're finally working on a compiler based language, so you don't actually have to worry about all of the dependency management that you have to do in Python. And it's not that I hate the dependency management in Python, it's just that sometimes it gets just too annoying when even the same thing is not working because of some OS issue, some architecture issue sometimes, or just some dependency not being supported anymore. And yeah, a compiled program, if it is tested, you're happy with it, it will stay along with you. It will last you a long time. Let's just see what we have to print here. Welcome to my party. There we want to print names. So I'm just going to put percentage s in here. And I think everywhere they have done this. I'll put a backslash n preemptively. I don't know if they actually want this or not, but I think they want this. Now they want the table. Oh, table, they are printing as 0 to 7. Why would they do that? I think you just have to do point percentage point 3d in a sense. Maybe we fill it up. I have never used anything like that before, but I think it will just give you some leading zeros. Let's just see what works. And your toggle is on the left. Exactly. So here you can just use percentage f, and they want it through one decimal point, I guess. So that's pretty easy. That should be it. Meet us from here, and you will be sitting next to Frank. So where are we getting that information about Frank? We'll fill it up later. Let's just go. So first thing we wanted is name. Second thing we wanted was the table. Third thing we wanted was the neighbor. Direction, not direction, distance. Oh shit, you also want direction, right? So this should be the direction. Direction, and then finally the distance. So this should be it. Let's just run our test. Hope we didn't make any silly syntactic issues. Damn, it's taking a long while. This might mean that there was an issue in our structure, or it means that something in your code that's causing the system to break. Please check your system. I don't think I'm using any kind of for loop or anything that can go till infinite or something. Why would the system break because of this? This is just string formatting. If anything, they should give me a compilation error or something. Can be an infrastructure issue. We received the following error when we ran your code. Okay, now we are getting an issue. fmd.string f is not defined. Huh? fmd.string f is not defined. Let's just go through the Golang documentation. Or we can just see their examples, right? Sprintf. sprintf. Okay. It's not string f. It's sprintf. Oh my god, I just couldn't spot it while reading it. I just thought to myself it must be string, but it's sprint. So basically adding a s before print allowed me to format it and not exactly print the statement. Okay, got it. So sprintf. Got it. Makes sense. Let's just see if all the tests have run or not now. Arc direction of the wrong size string. No, it shouldn't. It should receive the percentages. Okay, wait. Let's just quickly check if you're missing anything. So our name belongs to this. Then we have our table. Then we have our direction. Oh, after the table, we have our direction, first of all. Then we have our distance. And finally, we have the neighbor. So it was just a bit other way around. Name, table, direction, distance, neighbor. This should be it. There you go. And we are failing the test. Great. Finally, we got to compilation, but now we're feeling something else. Welcome to the party, Cheerio. Want to welcome my party. So you got welcome to my party, Cheerio. Oh, you're missing a apostrophe basically. Exclamation. What? Why am I calling it a apostrophe? Damn. Okay. This should be it. We are failing only one test, right? No, we are failing another one. Oh, it just shows how many you have completed. So we were passing only one. Cool. What are we feeling here? Uh, God, welcome to the party, Chihiro. Chihiro. Why am I mispronouncing it so bad? That's crazy. You have been assigned to table 22. Your table is on the straight, right? But okay, this thing works then. This allows you to add leading zeros to your example. So just figured that out from the syntax. Great. That's clean language then. Akashi, Chikonchi. You will be sitting next to Akashi, Chikonchi, Kondi. Your table is straight on the straight ahead. Oh wow. Your table is on the straight ahead. That makes no sense. Welcome to my party. Welcome to my party, Chihiro. You have been assigned to table 22. Your table is direction, I think. Exactly. Exactly 9.2 meters from here. You will be sitting next to it. This should be it. Somehow we copied the string and managed to mess that up. I don't know what we did there. I think I'll have to see my own stream to check out what exact error I did. So sweet, all tasks are completed. Now we can just finally submit the code and go to the next exercise. No, I don't want any code review. I think I'm happy with my code for now. But the thing is, you have to remember it's sprintf, not string f. Yeah. Confirm. Formatting done. We learned string formatting. We learned more about packages, which we had already learned, but we just had a quick revision. Let's just go to the next exercise. Vehicle purchase. Let's go. We love vehicles. In Go, numbers can be compared using the following relational and equality operators. Yep, it's very standard. I don't want to go through them. I think you must be aware of other languages and you are already cool with it. The result of the comparison involves a Boolean value, so either true or false. Makes sense. The comparison operators above can also be used to compare strings. In that case, a lexicographical dictionary order is applied. Again, makes sense. Exactly the same as happens in Python. If statements are conditionals in Golang, okay. If value return this, else if number, okay. I think that all makes sense. This is something new in Golang. So basically, whenever you're wanting to use a variable just to be used inside of an if statement, you can just declare it during your if statement and whatever you write your condition, whatever it is here. So whenever you're using it inside of your conditional block, you can basically limit the scope of that variable inside of that block, helping you with some memory management, I guess. But it's again a garbage collected language, so you don't necessarily have to worry about the same way you will have to worry about borrowing and all of these kind of blocks in Rust. But I don't know, it just sounds like it makes it more manageable in a sense because you are reducing the scope of a particular variable. So I think it should make it more optimized, hopefully. In this exercise, you are going to write some code to help you prepare to buy a vehicle. You have three tasks: one to determine if you need a license, one to help you choose between the two vehicles, and one to estimate the acceptable price for a used vehicle. Determine if you will need a driver's license. Some vehicle cars require a driver's license to operate them. Assume only the car and truck require a license. Everything else can be operated without a license. Okay, whatever you say, you are the goal right now because you are giving me the question, I guess. Choose between two potential vehicles to buy. Choose vehicle, option 1, option 2. Two vehicles and arguments returns the option based on lexicographical order. So I think we are always gonna buy accent or something. What is the one car that will always get selected if we are doing lexicographical ordering? What is the Indian car? Oh, what do we have? A star, accent. I don't know. Let's not get distracted right now. No, brand wise, what would be the one? Do we have any brand in India in terms of cars that starts with A? Audi. Audi is the common one, but yeah, it's just too common. I think it's too easy. You should have to reach for something more difficult. I don't know. Why again we are getting distracted for no reason? Now that you have made your decision, you want to estimate a fair price at the dealership. Since you are interested in buying a used vehicle, the price depends on how old the vehicle is. For a rough estimate, assume if the vehicle is less than 3 years old, it costs 80% of the original price when it was brand new. If it is about 10 years old, it costs 50%. If the vehicle is at least 3 years old but less than 10 years old, it costs around 70%. Okay, so let's go and do the exercise now. Um, let's start with our first function. We just want to return a bool. So we want to see if we need a license or not. And we just want to check if kind is equal to car, or I'm not sure how you type or in this. I think this is how you type or. Kind is equal to truck. You're just basically gonna return true, else you're gonna return false. Nice. Let's go to the next function where we have two options and we want to return the one which is higher. So in that case, if option 1 is greater than option 2, oh, we will want to return which one is lower, right? Because in a sense, we want to return the one that is first in the lexicographical order. So which one comes first? So we'll want to return option 2 in this case. And just to keep our functions more, what do you call it? More flat in a sense. We will use the return operators as our if condition else conditions, and don't worry about actually writing a else condition, which will make the code less flat and more indented, making it more difficult to read. Just practice, you can follow in your own coding as well. So if age is greater than 3, is less than 3, let's start that way. I think we can cover all the cases like this. Else in the else if age is less than 3, you're just gonna return original price into 0.8. Correct, it's a float 64, you're returning a float 64. Else if age is less than 10, you're gonna return original price into 0.7. And again, keeping our things flat, return original price into 0.5. Not that this one matters as much, because I think it's already a bit indented and it will just make sense to have a else here. But it works the same way. Why do you want to have another else in it? When you'll be reading it, you'll have to read more words, so it can be more annoying. Whatever. And it's too subjective. It's too subjective for me to deal with. I really don't enjoy subjective decisions, even in my workspace, even in my personal life. There's no point in discussing it. I remember when I used to make designs and such and show them to my friends, there was always so many recommendations like do this, do that, and I was like, this is so subjective. You're just it's hard, man. It's hard. For me, these kind of fields are super hard. They are super subjective. What is the error that you just got? Expected closing braces on the line 24, and we're not getting it. Why are we not getting this? It seems correct to me. Unexpected else. What does that mean? You want it to be here? I bet it wants it to be here. I remember Go has some issue with the else being down. It needs it on the same line where the if ended. Is that what the case is? Oh yeah, that's what the case was. Cool. So now you guys know. So task 2 we failed. So we were not able to choose our vehicles properly. Um, why is that? We wanted the smaller one, right? Or we want the lexicographically higher one. Bugatti Veyron want Bugatti Veyron or Ford. So we want Bugatti Veyron. So that's what we must be doing. Like if it is lexicographically smaller, we are returning it. I don't know what's the confusion then. You, what is it? Where's the font and yes. Oh, you want what? I think you got this, but you wanted this to be printed ahead of it, right? Let's just do that. Man, such silly things. That's all you want, right? And let's run it. Oh, there we go. Finally, let's go to our next task. Continue. And we're done with this one. So in this one, we learned about conditionals and comparison. Yeah, we're going through we're just pushing through it now. I mean, we can be faster, but again, we're just discussing a lot of stuff, trying to be slow with it, understand whatever they want to teach us about the language, whatever different constructs it have, try to be more idiomatic, Golang in a way. But okay, like other languages, Go also provides a switch statement. Switch statements are a shorter way to write long if-else switches. And do you know, by the way, in Python 3.10, I guess they also introduced switch case in Python that removes your backward compatibility part. So if you write a code in Python 3.10 or greater, which uses a switch statement, and somehow you ship that code to someone who's using a Python 3 or 3.9 or something, you will get backward compatibility issues. But hey, now you have the option to have switch cases in Python, and I hope they have done some kind of compiler optimization for it, which makes sense. Otherwise, why would they want to add switch case in the first place? Just for convenience? I mean, yeah, it makes sense. But again, mm, there should be a better reason to have a switch case than just convenience. Not that convenience is a bad cause. But yeah, I don't know. It just feels like there should be a greater cause behind it. Or maybe I'm just overthinking it. But okay, so we can also declare the default case that will run when none of the previous cases ran. One interesting thing about switch statements is that the value after the switch keyword can be omitted, and we can have a Boolean expression for each case. Oh, is that the thing? That's not the case with normal switch case, right? In the normal switch case, I mean, the normal switch case to me is C++ switch case in a sense, because that's the only language I tried to learn a little bit instead of Python, and I saw a switch case there which used this kind of thing. But yeah, this is cool. So you can just have a if else kind of else if kind of a nested tree. Instead of that, you can have a more flatter structure, which I was just talking about, by just skipping whatever you're writing ahead of switch and just use the booleans inside of case, which is nice. I think that's super convenient. It's a nice way of doing this in Golang. And I think one more thing that they've skipped out on in Golang is the fact that when you're using switch case in C++ and stuff, you have to break out of every case, because if you don't, everything else will be executed as well. Once a one case is executed, every case below it will be executed by default. In Golang, that doesn't happen. Instead, you are by default having that break statement inside of each case, so only that particular case will be executed. But if you want to continue running the code, you have to write a special keyword. I don't remember that keyword, but if I'll see it in the exercises, we will see for ourselves. Like if they are mentioning it, we'll learn about it here, or you can just search it out. You have ChatGPT, right? In this exercise, we'll stimulate the first turn of a blackjack game. You will receive two cards and will be able to see the face-up cards of the dealer. All cards are represented using a string such as ace, king, 3 or 2. The value of each card are ace, 11, 2. Yeah, we know that. How many of you guys have never played blackjack? If you have not played blackjack, here's the thing. We can do one thing. We'll discuss what blackjack is in another stream. We'll try to train a reinforcement learning algorithm on blackjack, and people have done it a long time. For a long time now, there is also a gym environment that is available from however long I know gym from in terms of reinforcement learning, and there is almost a standard winning setup for blackjack, winning policy as such, if you are aware of reinforcement learning terminologies. But we can just try to train our own model, train it from scratch, build our own reinforcement learning algorithm on blackjack, and just go on any random gambling website and see how well it performs. That can be another stream idea, but for that you will have to write a comment down this video that you want that video. I'll only do it if you want it. Okay, it's a bit hard to get. But okay, so enough about blackjack. You can learn it anyway. But yeah, we can do that in that stream. So what do you have to do in this task? Depending on your two cards and the card of the dealer, there is a strategy for the first turn of the game. Hey, I think they're going to tell us the strategy themselves. In which you have the following options: stand, hit, split, automatically win. Damn, I don't know about stand. I think I don't know about go blackjack enough. Fuck. And here I thought these are the only three things. Not even split, I think. I only know about hit, automatically win, or stand as such, which is just folding your cards basically. Although not optimal yet, you will follow the strategy your friend Alex has been developing, which is as follows. If you have a pair of aces, you must always split them. If you have a blackjack, two cards that sum up to the value of 21, then the dealer does not have a ace, a figure or a 10, then you automatically win. If the dealer does have any of those cards, then you'll have to stand and wait for the reveal of the other card. If your card sums up to the value within the range 17 to 20, you should always stand. If your cards sum up to the value within the range of 20 to 16, you should always stand unless the dealer has a 7 or higher, in which case you should always hit. Oh man, so many rules, so many rules. Doing this exercise, we'll be reading all of these rules again and again. Calculate the value of any given card. Okay, implement a function to calculate the numerical value of a card. Okay, very straightforward. Cool. We will be using a map for this. I don't think they explained some map before this exercise, which doesn't make sense. I think they want us to use switch case and they have saved the map for the next one to show how good it is. But just do it, man. You're gonna make me write so many cases just to be more idiomatic to your course in a sense. Fine. Implement the decision logic for the first turn. Write a function that implements the decision logic as described above. Card 1, card 2, dealer card, string. Okay, let's go. Let's start in the editor. Oh man, it's gonna be so much code because of the switch case statement and not being introduced to maps. I can use a map here, but I just don't want you guys to have spoilers as such. I just want to show you guys what is actually shown in this course, and we are going through this journey together. But okay, let's just write the switch case. Switch card case case. Where was that list they were using? Yep, that works. Case is oh my god, that's so funny. That's so difficult to say at the same time. Return 11 case 2. Dude, that's gonna be tough. Can't we ask ChatGPT to do this for us? Oh my god. Return 3. I'm just gonna copy this now. 4 4. Dude. 5, and we're gonna just keep on going. 6 6. I mean, we can use the so if they actually go to that, if we finally reach that stage of Golang in Exercism where they actually teach us about iota and stuff. So there is one thing in Golang which is known as iota, and it basically allows you to create enums, which is what it is mostly used for. But also it can basically create constants for you which start from the value 0 and keep adding as you add more constants inside of that list. So basically you describe an iota here and it will just keep on going till the next values by so iota will start with 0 and it will keep going. So basically byte size is 1 here, then you will left shift it by 10. So that's what you are trying to do here. That's kind of cool. I found it really cool because it makes it again super convenient, and that's the thing about Golang. They have constructed the features that will actually make the language super convenient. I think that's what you get for building a language so far down the line, which was not the case when they were building C++ and stuff, and that's why C++ has so many annoying issues. And I know most of the people on my channel must be feeling annoyed by these streams because they just seem very basic. They just seem like we are going through the bootstrap things again, and that's something I have not done this in this channel, because if you remember correctly, we started off with basically writing a research paper from scratch, and I also want to start working on that again. So that is something we will be working on. But yeah, that is not something we have done it before in this channel, but I just want to learn this language. I just want you to learn this language with me, be on the same journey, and then we can just finally make some great projects out of these things. And I just want you guys to also contribute in them, in a sense that uh we will make some GitHub repos out of it, and I want you guys to actually literally contribute in those repos. Yeah, you have to. No, no, there's no way around it. You have to contribute in these repos. You have to learn. If you want to be a programmer, Just fucking do it. Don't try to act all sniffy about it. I don't want to contribute to a rapper for you, fucking YouTuber. It's a good project. You fucking contribute to it, okay? And you get to learn. It's no, oh, I'll be a no lifer if I contribute to an open source project. Fuck that. That's annoying. Okay. So first turn function, card one, card two, dealer. Please implement the first turn logic. Oh man, Alex, you have given me so many conditions on this. I hate you for that. I literally hate you for that. But okay, what do you want me to do? So I think they want me to use the switch without any variable in the switch so that I can directly write booleans here. So my first boolean is if you have a pair of aces, you must split them. If card 1 is equal to card 2 is equal to ace, you must split them. So return. What do you want me to return? That makes no sense. You want me to return the first characters? Okay, that's what I wanted to know. Cool. But what is stand up then? If dude, these guys suck. Stand, hit, split is P? How the hell is split P? That makes no sense. Okay, that was our first rule there. If you have a blackjack, two cards that sum. So we just wanna see if card what was the function? Parse card is equal to 21 and so how do you write and again kach I hope the dealer does not have a ace, a figure, or a 10, then you automatically win. Does not have a ace, a figure, or a 10. I should automatically win in an ideal blackjack scenario. If I have 21, I win, right? That's what it is. I don't know what's that all about. If the dealer does not have any of those cards, then you will have to stand and wait for the reveal of the other card. So let's just say, let's use this. And inside of this, if the dealer, so dealer card is equal to ace, or dealer card is equal to 10 or any figure, right? So you just want that past card dealer is equal to 10. So then you automatically win, right? The return, what do you want me to return for win? W. Else you return stand. Cool. That was your second rule. In the third rule, you want if cards sum up to the value within the range 17 to 20, you should always stand. So case parse card 1 plus parse card 2 is less than 20, less than equal to 20. It's inclusive. And 17. I hope these kind of comparisons work in Golang. Otherwise, I'll have to just add and in them, which is not an issue. But again, it's another set of words that I have to write in a program, and I'll have to read them when I'll be maintaining the code. I don't want that. You should always stand. So returns stand. Okay, that was your third rule for you. Case your range is between 12 to 16. So my range is between, dude, I think I should store it somewhere. I'm calling it a lot. So again, the DIY pattern of coding, if you have to repeat it more than thrice, stop fucking doing it like that. Sum of card. card now, and you will have to use the walrus operator because you somehow can't use that, because then you will have to also specify a var in front of it and also specify the type of the variable that you're using. But by using this, you will be able to infer the type of the variable automatically because it's Golang. Cool. And what did we have to do finally? If it is less than equal to 16, you should always stand unless the dealer has a 7 or higher card, in which case you should always hit. So if dealer is greater than what? Unless the dealer card is 7 or higher, in which case you should hit. I hope that's it. And then return whatever you wanted from me. Oh, stand. Cool. Finally, the last rule is that if your case sum of cards is less than equal to 11, return it. This should be it. I think it's a pretty good strategy. I remember seeing these figures 17, 16 and stuff again and again. What is there now? It's unexpected. Yeah, expected this. Oh, where? Where can that be? Blackjack 620. Damn. Isn't the switch case statement like this? Am I doing something wrong with the switch case statement? Oh, the case doesn't run like that. Oh shit. So can you actually run code inside of it the way I am running it? I thought that is possible. That's why I was writing those if conditions inside of it. Maybe the if conditions are not possible, then I'll have to make other cases for it. Let's see. We'll have to fix this first. And I think these are the only places we have received the error. Somehow we have not received the error in the other ones. Or maybe we did, but we didn't get to see it in the compiler right now. Okay, so that's what it is. That's the correct syntax. Let's see. I think we'll still receive the issue. Yep. You still have that issue because of these ones. So let's see if this fixes them. And it's on line 52 now. Okay, so we are on the correct page. Let's just see if we can use if statements inside of case or not. I hope we should be able to, otherwise we'll have to make a lot of cases. I mean, two more cases in our case, but in general in life you will have to create a lot more cases. It's better to have the if statement inside if you are dealing with two variables of if statements. That's what I think. I generally want to next if statements if they are using another variable inside of them. So what is it? Syntax error in line 45. Unexpected or oh yeah, this is Python error. Cool. So we have not faced that error yet. And what else? Do we have any other issue? No, we don't. So it actually works. You can use if statement inside of a case in Golang. Oh, you're gonna keep me in mystery like that. Now we're feeling something else. Mismatch types. Ah, you can't do it like that, is it? Okay. Card 1 is equal to ace and card 2 is equal to equal case, and again we'll stop our Pythonic habit and actually use the ampersand operator, which saves me some keystrokes as well. And by some, I mean one keystroke, but that's life. Invalid operation. 17 is less than equal to mismatch types, untyped bool. Again, you can't do it. Dude, Python is just engraved in itself, man. That's crazy. That should be it. I don't think we have any other issues. We are not using our silly Python syntax anywhere else. Oh, missing return. Where is a missing return? Because we don't have a default or something? But I think we are covering all the cases. Undefined sum of cards. Dude, you're crazy to say that. It's a sum of card. Oh wow. We missed a S because of our rewrite. And there was another issue which was on line 60, which was that we were missing the return operator. I think if we have nothing to do, we just return hit. That should be the default kind of thing. Or we could have done it in a way that, okay, we failed a particular test. What is it now? Oh, got W and you want it as, then it's a logical error. For the first time, we received a logical error. And why would that be the case? What did you call it with? If you can just show me. The first card what was ace, the second card was jack, and the dealer's card was ace. So why did we face an issue in this? So it's a ace and a jack. The sum leads to 18. It will not match this case. It is not 21. It goes to this case where our sum is 20 to 17. Right. And what we wanted to do here was actually return a S, but somehow we ended up returning a W. Where the hell would a W come from? That makes no sense. You're telling me somehow the sum of cards actually didn't come in this one. Oh wait, why would we do a W? Wait. It's actually a jack and a ace, right? So it is 21. So it goes in this case. Man, what was I doing at that point? And the dealer card is equal to ace, right? So what was the condition actually? What was the instruction? Does not, and the dealer does not have a case of figure 10, you automatically win. Oh, so I just, no, that's correct. Oh, I just, oh, whoa. I just inverted these cases. Ah, that sucks. I just read it incorrectly. It was that the dealer does not have those things. It was not that the dealer does have those things. Okay, cool. So we have done another one of those exercises. Now we learned about switch case. We also got to learn how you can use switch with case of booleans in Golang instead of direct comparing something to a actual concrete value. You can have multiple conditions inside of switch case and make your overall else if nested loop, nested conditionals a bit more flatter, which is easier to read. Let's go to the next exercise. We have completed blackjack. Um, yeah, need for speed. Let's go. What do we have here? In Go, a struct is a sequence of named elements called fields. Each field has a name and a type. The name of field must be unique within the struct. Struct can be compared with classes in the object-oriented programming paradigm. And yeah, if any of you didn't know that, Golang doesn't natively support object-oriented programming in a sense because they don't have inheritance and they are very open about it. They don't want to use inheritance, they want to use implications. And now if you have read the book design patterns, uh what was it called, head first design patterns, yep, you would know, you would know how amazing in what do you call it, interfaces are when compared to inheritance. So yeah, give this book a read. It just talks about a lot of patterns that have worked for a lot of programs, a lot of amazing softwares that have been written till now, and it just goes to show what kind of patterns they use. And if you read through it, you will realize soon enough that inheritances are not that amazing as they are shown to us through this Pythonic worldview that we see, but it's actually interfaces. It makes much more sense when you're trying to write more maintainable, more scalable code. So yeah, give this book a go. I think you'll enjoy it. So yeah, coming back to this, defining a struct, you can create a new struct by the type and struct keyword, explicitly defining the name and the type of the fields. For example, here we define shape struct that holds the name of a shape and a size. That makes sense. Field names in the struct follow the Go conventions where you find the name first, then you write the type or whatever. Yada yada. That makes sense. To create an instance of a struct, you need to create a new instance defining the field using the field name in any order. So you just have to write the particular uh, struct that you're trying to create. You have to write it on field and just go with it. I think that makes sense. You can access it using the dot operators again, which is similar to how we do in classes in Python. It's just an attribute for those classes. Yeah, I think this just makes total sense. I don't think anyone will have any confusion in these. Um, New functions. So sometimes it can be nice to have functions that help us create struct instances. By convention, these functions are usually called new or have this name starting with new. But since they are just regular functions, you can give them any name you want. They might remind you of constructors in other languages, but in Go, they are just regular functions. Again, because Go doesn't provide object-oriented programming paradigm by scratch, they have to somehow use a constructor which is a function, and that function applies to a particular shape. Now here they have not applied it to that particular uh, method, so it is not actually a method of that type of or of that struct, but I think they will tell us more about the methods and how you can actually link a function to a particular struct later in this exercism journey. Okay, so here they just showed us how you can create a new function that will basically return you a shape. And now here they have just given the name as an input and set the default value as size. So you will always be creating a shape of size 100. But okay, whatever. So in this exercise, you will be organizing races between various types of remote controlled cars. Each car has its own speed and battery drain characteristics. Cars with 100% batteries uh, each time you drive the car using the remote control. It covers the car speed in meters and decreases the remaining battery percentage by its battery drain. If a car battery is below its battery drain percentage, you can't drive the car anymore. Even each race track, oh my god, each racetrack has its own distance. Cars are tested by checking if they can finish the track without running out of battery. Okay, create a remote controlled car, define car struct with the following int variable types. Okay, that all makes sense. Create a racetrack, define another struct for a racetrack will have a distance. Again, makes sense. And you also have to create a new function for each of them, I guess. Okay, could have been more explicit about it. Implement the drive function that updates the number of meters driven based on the car's speed and reduces the battery according to the battery drainage. If there is not enough battery to drive one more time, the car will not move. Okay. Check if a remote controlled car has finished the race. To finish a race, a car has to be able to drive the race's distance. This means not draining its battery before having the cross the finish line. Implement the car finish function that takes a car and a track instance as its parameter and returns the true if the car has finished the race, otherwise returns false. Assume that you are currently at the starting line of a race and start the engine of the car. Take into account that the car battery might be necessarily not fully charged when starting the race. Okay, so they will be providing us an initial charge. I think it's an easy problem, shouldn't be an issue to do. Define the car struct. So let's just start with the struct of a car, and here we want to specify what all do we want to specify inside of a car. I think we need its Battery drain, it's an int. Battery drain is also an int. Yeah, I think so. Speed is an int. Distance is an int. So this is our struct of a car. Now let's create a new car based on only on its speed and the battery drain. Create new mod control card with full battery and give specifications. Yo, ChatGPT, hello, what's up? Long time no see. You're coming on this channel after a long time. I am coming like after a long time. I know it's my fault, but how have you been doing? How's ChatGPT been treating you with all of these deep sea drama happening in the community right now? We are learning Golang, by the way, from a while. I'm not sure if you have seen those streams or not. And we want to do the image generation project that we were thinking about using Golang. Yeah, man, the community has been total chaos. Have you heard about Grok 3 by Elon? That's crazy that Elon just brute force his way through like this LLM reasoning. So battery we want to keep 100. Um, that's how you create them, right? And GRPO policy. What about GRPO policy? I'm not aware of that. Group relative policy optimization. Oh, that's what they used in DeepSeek? Ah, DeepSeek they use GRPO policy. I have not read through this. I have not read their reinforcement learning articles as such. I want to go through this. We can go through this on stream as well. It would be an interesting idea. We can. I read some articles where they were teaching how you can build your own DeepSeek R1 from scratch. Maybe we can go through that article on the stream and just see what all we can understand and what all can we improve on. We have written one research paper before in this channel. I think we can do that again, or at least just do some experiments. Maybe we'll fuck up, but yeah, that's whatever we try. Yeah, I'm just working through this problem right now. I think you have to add something. Oh no, it just works like that. Cool. So we were right. Cool, 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 cool. And battery drain we have added, battery we have added, speed. Let's add a speed, and finally the distance. Oh, we can't add the distance here. Why do we need the distance here? I don't think we can have the distance here. We need it in the track, right? Where did I read the distance to be required in the car? That makes no sense. No, why would you have the distance inside of the car? I mean, I think it's just how much the car has traveled, I guess. Okay, that makes sense. Umar Jamil had a really good video on DeepSeek. Umar Jamil, okay. How long is this video? Oh, it's a long video. Oh, videos. Correct. Okay, cool. I will go through this video. Then we can figure something out if we can actually learn something and make something of our own out of it. I mean, I don't know, there's so much maths going on in all of this LLM reasoning space right now. Did you also get to know about those diffusion language models that are currently being popularized? I love the idea, by the way. I'm so on it. So so I was working on these SR GANs and stuff when I initially started all of this deep learning kind of applications in terms of. So I started with generative AI. I started with GANs. So there was style GAN and basically these kind of things that was released by NVIDIA at the time. And then I was introduced to diffusion models, and they were just so amazing. Like their art style is next level. I think in terms of image generation, they are still one of the best models. And there has been a thing going on where there is finally a open source LLM that is available that uses diffusion model. Let me see if I can find that model for you. Diffusion bot is different. Oh, of all the areas of maths in this is just too much complex. Yeah, man, it's just keep building. It's so much abstraction right now. You just have to go through centuries of maths we have built upon to actually learn. Yeah. And diffusion models are crazy. Like, they are so cool, by the way. You just give some noise, you let the model denoise it slowly and steadily, and then you fucking get something that's super cool. And one more thing that I found super interesting about them was, so there was some comparison photo. There was a really good photo that I saw that actually showed the difference that can actually come out of the idea of diffusion models in language modeling. So, language diffusion model versus autoregressive model image. I don't know if I can find that right now. It was such an amazing image. I loved the explanation. I literally had to go through the learning theory to understand perceptrons. Yeah, universal function approximators and stuff like that. That's where you start. That's where everyone starts. Let me see if I can find that article for you guys. Ah, large efficient model medium. Um, diffusion models in language medium. Let's see if this article has that image or not. I mean, that was such an amazing image. I'll be wasting too much time finding it right now, but if I can find it, I'll post it in the community for sure. I just loved the idea. So basically, the idea was that if you are writing a function, right? Let me just explain you the photo while I'm finding it. So basically, if you have a function, you're asking your model to basically write you a function for a particular task. Now, if you're using your autoregressive models that try to predict the next word sequentially, one step at a time, and all of those bullshit, you will, in every iteration you will get one word out of the function. There is no chance of you going back and editing something. That's what's all of these models are lacking. That's why you have to use all of these reasoning models, all of those RL pipelines and shit like that. But if you have a diffusion model, you are actually trying to redefine the whole image at once. So you are trying to write a noise as a function for now, and you try to iterate through it, try to improve each part of the function step by step, just like how they do in terms of image creation. So they start with noise and they slowly start forming a beautiful painting. So the same way, you will start with a noisy function, you will keep iterating over it, and you will finally achieve amazing written code. So that's what diffusion models allows you in large language models, and I just love the idea. It can't be any better. By the way, you all can use read medium. It's an amazing extension, allows you to read some medium articles for free if you want to. I mean, you can be a bit cheap sometimes. It's okay. You're just trying to learn things. I think learning of anything should be free as such, and that's what these models are doing. In essence, these large language models are doing that. Okay, so I can't found the image. Basically, I'm wasting too much time doing that. That's not the objective of the stream. This video I'll definitely go through. This is going in my watch later. We can do that. Save watch later. Cool. Definitely gonna watch this one. I just couldn't go through the paper, man. I just want to read through so many Medium articles. Yeah, I just want to go. So I was thinking of switching or just having a supplementary language for me instead of Python. I've been coding in Python my whole coding journey basically, and I just wanted a more performant language for me in the repository. And I just think Golang is a super simple language. It is not that huge. You can learn it quickly. There is not as high of a learning curve as there is with Rust and everything. And at the same time, the language is growing right now. It is uh, converting into a general purpose language as such, slowly and steadily. It has amazing parallel processing capabilities and stuff like that. And when I'm working on my AI projects, I sometimes have to build a website. I sometimes want to build full stack projects out of them, and I'm not able to do them because some way I feel that when I'm using Python, when I'm using fast API, I am writing sluggish code in a sense. So if I get the chance to work with Golang, I might be able to do more production streams, basically where we can get our models to be production ready. I was also exploring YOLO ONNX, if you have seen those streams. So if we can actually get that pipeline working, we'll have a seamless pipeline where we create a model in Python, we train the model in Python, we do everything in Python, and when we are finally happy with the model, we'll be productionizing it using Golang, and that will give us an amazing speed boost basically. And I don't want to go in Rust and C++ and stuff like that because there's so much to learn there. There's so much time you have to spend, and the comparison of speed between Golang and C++ is not going to be that much because again, they are both compiled, they are both doing these things, these compiler optimizations and stuff like that. So yeah, that's my major reason why I'm trying to learn Golang now. So yeah, that's it. That's the reason. Yeah, servers in Golang. Exactly. Golang is so good for servers. Like, I think Golang is one of the only language that provides a by default HTTP library inside of it, where you can create servers without using any external uh, basically any external package. You will have a standard package you can use to create your servers, to actually create your endpoints, which is kind of cool. Like they have actually made the language for servers, and slowly with the community loving the language in terms of how simple it is and how much performance boost it can give, people have worked on all of these general purpose things. So I saw this ONNX thing with Golang too. So ONNX runtime using Golang. So there was a community project that is currently working on this as well. And if this works out, yeah, we will write our YOLO pipeline in Golang and super performant code. No issues of memory leakage, stuff like that, and no issues of performance, sluggish code, all of those things. And also, I think I just like the idea of compiler language in the sense that you don't have to always set up the environment brutally that you have to do with Python. Like I was just discussing that switch case thing that was introduced in Python 3.10. Like if you have Python 3.9, oh Rust, man. So I think a lot of people I see in my company, and especially at the managerial level, are also very Rust frenzies. I mean, everyone in this community is loving Rust right now, but when you actually sit down and start like writing Rust code, it just keeps going horizontally. You just have to add so many unwraps, you just have to write so many parsers. If you want to convert a string to an integer, you will have to send it to the parser, you will have to give a accept, you will have to then unwrap the string. There's so much going on. And I just hate that idea. I just want it to be super simple. I just want it to take care of things for me. And I know it's great for security and performance and everything, but at the same time, I just want to enjoy writing code. And if you have seen the Reddit and stuff, I think recently they have also acknowledged this fact that also Prime Egan make a video on this. So he was also being a very Rust pro person for a whole year or something that he wanna learn Rust. Rust is amazing. My body macros are go on writing macros in Rust. Oh, that's a good one. You should post that somewhere. That's a good one. Damn, you're good with wordplays. But yeah, so Prime Egan also made a video on this Rust thing. Let me show you. So he was also talking about that how is it super boring for him to write in Rust and he just doesn't like it. He just really doesn't enjoy it. I mean, he uses Vim. He loves his Vim. But and I think sometimes Vim can also be a headache if you're not habitual to it as much. I've started using Vim in some of my projects lately, as I'm trying to somewhat use it 10% of my times in as a IDE, but sometimes it just gets too much. I just don't wanna learn so many keyboard mappings just to write some code. I just want that process to be super resistance free in a sense. Or maybe because I've focused more on AI and I have not been too much of a software engineer at the start of my career, I just don't feel like giving too much into these things and actually finally get some product, actually get the model to result that video. Bro, that video with the rust guy. Oh, this one. This is a very funny video. I love this. This is so good. Maybe we should do a stream in this channel where we actually react to some of the funny things that's happening in the community right now in the AI or the whole software engineering community as such. Yeah, I think that would be really cool. And we can also go through some of the research paper videos as well. So just like the video you recommended right now, that what was that guy? Um, Omar Jamil, his video. We can review these kind of videos on channel and we can actually try to build them from scratch and it will be fun. Yes. Okay, if you're on with this idea, we are doing this weekend then. I'll just prepare some of the contents. I'll try to find some of the funny videos that's going on in the community and I love it. 10x developer. Oh, this one. Yeah. You wanna watch Prime and react to it or you wanna watch the real video? Real 10x engineer. Yeah, let's see this. Okay, let's do it right now. Let's do it right now. Why not? Man, we've got so much distracted from what we were doing, but okay, we'll come back to it.
We do true edge. We inject the software in the customer's Windows to see. Yo, what's up with the camera?
Dude, did you pour Zoom on the microwave?
This was the microwave?
I finally found the CEO's email. We can send the demo tomorrow.
I also have a social security number if you need it.
Yo,
Oh no, that's such a real thing. Like you always have their credit cards and stuff like that when you're working, uh, because of all the and especially nowadays, I think as a AI engineer working on all of those LLMs and all of those things, I've had so much company information just to get things to work. It's you have a lot of information about your CEOs and stuff, and it is a security hazard, but that's something they have to trust you on.
our network's down.
Perfect. I'll stress testing it.
So this thing, the thing that you mentioned right now, this actually fucking happened to us. So we were working on our models, we had deployed it somewhere, and our backend team randomly decides to send 120 requests simultaneously to a fucking model deployed machine that is using YOLO models deployed on a non GPU machine. And what do you expect? Everything blasted. And there we were sitting that what the fuck happened? There you go. He was stress testing it. Amazing. And now we have to work on everything again, start every machine. That's what you get.
Did you see the new marketplace I rolled out?
What? The demo we sent out to investors doesn't work.
I know. They're using Arc browser. We don't need those investors.
I just came back from the meetup on how to reduce our infra bill.
Yeah, infra bill is $0 somewhere.
Did you move our entire AWS stack to our Mac Mini again?
You know how hobby.
We had a working CUDA driver for Linux the whole time. Hey man, have you heard GraphDBs? What if you use Graph?
Yeah.
Okay. Yo,
Man, why are managers obsessed with graphs? It makes no sense. I think just because Meta does it, because Netflix does it, somehow every manager wants to work with fucking graphs. We don't need graphs. We don't need so many graphs for non-graph things. Man. Use Zen. What's Zen? Yet another programming language. Oh, Zen is a new one. Mm, you shouldn't use graph where you shouldn't need to use graphs. It's so annoying. Everyone wants you to work with graphs. Imagine, imagine. This is something that actually happened. One of my friends, their company asked them, like in his KRA, their company actually wrote that we want you to work on something that actually uses graph neural network as a technology. And I was like, what the fuck? Do you have a use case for graph neural networks? No. Do you actually, is there actually something that is blocking you? No. But the manager just are so obsessed with graphs that they want to use graph neural networks even though they don't have anything. That's just KRA to look for something that uses a graph. Oh, what is this? So, welcome to the calmer internet. Beautifully designed, privacy focused, and packed with features. We care about your experience, not your data. Okay, just one thing I want to know about this browser before I actually read it. Does it provide as good of a ad blocker as Brave? Because the thing I love about Brave is I don't get ads anywhere. And by anywhere, I mean any fucking where. Does it do that? Yes, split views, sidebar. I mean, the design is amazing. It gives that vintage minimalist aura. It's almost okay. Anything that Chrome doesn't have, it has. Okay, then I'll have to give it a try. I love this kind of a style, by the way. Have you also seen those keyboards that have been popular lately? I don't know what's they called. Low free keyboard? Oh yeah, this is the one. Man. So they have this kind of a vintage kind of a keyboard. Yeah, this one. This looks so goddamn pretty. Like it have you seen like Loki from the Avengers? Like I know Marvel is fucked up now. No one is watching Marvels anymore. It's irrelevant. But I think Loki was the last series that I gave them a bit of a trust with and they fucked it up at the end of the day. But this keyboard, this gives that TVA kind of a vibe and it looks so pretty. I just love this kind of a design. And that's the same kind of design they are following in their website. I just love this color palette. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. We are on the same page in that. But okay, let's just watch more of this video.
Did you see this new AR library on Twitter?
That's the our use case.
It was out since today. When have you tried it?
It's my library.
This is Emacs and Temple
Dude,
OS.
dude.
Oh, this is Space Max.
Oh, what's this?
Don't touch this. It's part of our infra.
You lost all our
Whoa,
money.
whoa, you're keeping your infra like that. Housekeeping staff doesn't give a fuck what your infra is, so keep it safe. And they don't read stickers, so don't just randomly put stickers on things. Stickers are for IT people, not for housekeeping staff.
Yes. Oh, it's back up. We're rich.
Temple
Oh,
OS,
yeah.
guys. Temple OS. Nice. Temple OS was a thing that was in hype for a while, I remember. Oh yeah, why the fuck was it in hype? I don't understand. I don't know. I'll have to look at this. I don't get this reference. I think I'm too young to understand this. What is it? Again, I guess this guy wrote it. Damn. Nice. Evan.
I did rewrite the whole thing to Rust.
Oh.
But like the performance wasn't better, so I wrote it back.
Or why don't we use it?
I already destroyed all the code and burned the computer.
What?
What? I didn't get it. No, I don't know Terry Davis. I actually don't. No need to be offensive, but I actually don't. American electrical engineer and computer programming, best known for creating and designing Temple OS, an operating system in the public domain by himself. Okay, I guess I'll have to read more about him to understand. So why was Temple OS amazing? Was it the first public domain operating system? I think that was Linux, right? Or was it not? Wait, first public domain OS. Nah, I wrote it from scratch in Holy See, which was his language. Oh, okay. So what on top of that, he was schizophrenic. Oh shit. That's so cool. I mean, not that that's cool, but I was just thinking of the fact that I saw one of this. Yeah, I just saw one of this, like, basically an artist or someone. I don't remember the name of that artist particularly, but he was schizophrenic and his he used to draw wife. He used to draw cats for his wife. Basically, oh my God, such a bad slip of words, but he just used to draw cats for his wives, and he got hit with schizophrenia. His wife died, and slowly his mental degradation can be seen in the way he drew cats. His cats become more and more abstract and such. So it was so it was so sad. It was just, yeah, poor soul died alone with nothing. Damn. I mean, that's what some people are. They just work their life off on some amazing things, and they just live forever with the things they have made. Temple was mentioned. Now I get it. Why it's so important. Yeah, I guess, I don't know. Maybe it's a hard take, but I think a lot of geniuses are driven mad by society. Like, a lot of geniuses are driven mad by the college system and the education system that we have going on right now. I hate the fact that when I was in college, they were acting so fucking annoying. Like, everything I did was annoying to them because somehow they think in their own head that they are doing me any favor by handing me this degree when actually I'm paying for it and I'm studying for it. And the teachers are just acting like they are doing some kind of a charity. They just, that's how they treat you, and that's the education system for you guys. Hmm. Oh man, Tesla, Nikola Tesla, amazing man. I just, yeah, creative people can't fit in the society. I agree. I mean, and that's what make them stand out at the end of the day. So I guess it just works out in a weird way because they are made to be suppressed to the level that they kind of force their creativity, and when they actually do, they are remembered in the history with what they did in the society. So maybe it works out in a weird way, but a lot of creative people just give up at some point because of family, because of pressure, because of society. Yes, we might have been somewhere else if we would have taken the earlier decisions better. It's just like design architectures. It's just like system design. If we would have actually thought enough about designing the society from an earlier stage, we would have better results now. Hey, what can we do? Now we have to work with the design choices we made earlier, or we can just scrap everything up and start from scratch, just like he rewrote the whole thing in Rust.
I did rewrite the whole thing to Rust,
Oh.
but like the performance wasn't better, so I wrote it back.
Or why don't we use it?
I already destroyed all the code and burned the computer.
What?
Yeah, I wonder if I could write this in Deadfish.
No. You fixed the coffee machine? Patch the kernel?
Yeah, well, not everything needs a kernel patch. I just turn it on and off.
What is this?
Custom Linux.
Yo, our network's
No,
down.
no, 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 it's a different one.
I ran the script I found online, and now the prod DP is missing.
Bro, that is such a fear. I had a project where I had to work with a ProDB, and I actually decided to work on the replica. I didn't actually work with the clear ProDB and the replica had a delay of 1 day, but I was okay with that for my program because I was so scared of accidentally fucking deleting the ProDB. I mean, I don't know why. I don't know why. I know it is, I can't be that stupid, but I can actually imagine if anyone than me doing it and then being like, what the fuck? Did it actually happen? Is it real? Do we have nothing? But yeah, that's a real fucking fear.
No, don't worry, we have a backup.
The whole backup, everything is gone.
We have a backup you didn't know about. Can't trust humans. This is our backup.
What about making it readable?
Who else needs to read this? Oh, on the production website, I added like a homer button. If you press it, you can see the customer statistics all in one go. It renders in 12.4 milliseconds.
People can see our customer statistics publicly?
Yeah, but it's super performant.
People can see our customer statistics publicly?
Man, it still isn't working on 360 videos.
Dude, regulations are gonna kill you if you do that.
We don't support 360 video.
Yeah, I mean, it happens all the time. There are fuck ups, even in big companies. Remember the Microsoft fuck up that just happened because of a incorrect merge, like pull request? That shit just, you can't stop it. It's humans. We are humans at the end of the day. We are writing something that is inhuman, but we are humans.
We do in a few minutes.
How long do you think this is gonna take?
3 to 5 hours. If you leave the room, maybe 2.
Oh, is that your diploma?
What? Oh yeah, man, I need that for my visa. Yo, I wrote the library from scratch.
What?
Yo, I wrote our own crypto,
What?
just to be safe.
We missed the deadline.
So I sent it out 20 minutes ago already. Did you want me to send the iOS or the Android version?
What? The iOS version.
Oh, cool, I sent both.
What is this?
Oh, it's just I'm debugging in ASCII. I'm not gonna waste resources. But we're too.
What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that debugging in SKY thing?
I sent both.
What is this?
Oh,
What? What are you debugging in SKY? It's just a keyboard to. What are we doing?
it's just I'm debugging in ASCII. I'm not gonna waste resources. But we're 2 JavaScript frameworks away from actually launching this.
What?
I'm joking. It's all lost and hopeless.
What? Need the feature today for the demo.
SKY. Do I need to search this? Is it not just ASCII codes? ASCII codes, right? It's just gonna convert your keyboard to ASCII codes. Why do you want to lose performance on this? That's psychopath behavior. If you decide to use ASCII instead of keyboard, like normal human readable alphabets, you're a psychopath at that point. You're not programmer. Please stop it.
Hold on, my OS just broke. Let me just fix it first. Oh, actually, you know what? I think it's just a Vulkan bug.
Oh, do you debug in binary? Damn. Man, you can't go lower than that. I can't even have a comeback on this. Nice. You debug your code and I'll write 3 programs in the time frame. That's all I can say.
Fuck. We don't need the UI.
We need the UI.
What? Okay, let's.
Isn't our demo on the PC?
Yeah, rip. I'm horrible at coding. Yeah, what do you think about this UI design?
Yo, that's perfect. How long to put in the app?
This is the app.
You're good at front end too. We need to raise money.
Dude.
I put all our money in Bitcoin. We're good. Cool. What else? Dude, Metaverse is dead. I IRC with the guy who built it.
I'm trying to hire more engineers. Just let me know which ones you want.
No, hire less engineers. Hire marketing people. We need marketing people.
We already have 12.
Hire accounting. We need accounting people.
What about product manager?
No.
No, that's what it is. Actually, I think, I don't know, maybe I have not worked on enough large scale project, and I totally agree to the fact that I have no experience with extremely large scale project. But I think generally in programming, I like when there is a smaller team and you can just discuss everything while you're working on it instead of having all of these fucking stand-ups and sprints and all of those things. Oh man, that just gets annoying. That just gets annoying at a point. Then when you have to rephrase all of the updates that you have already given them on so many different meetings to so many different peoples.
Okay, it's a PlayStation VM written in Haskell. No, SSL is a joke. I know the guy who built the backdoor.
What backdoor?
What? No, Solana is a joke. I know the guy who's going to dump it.
What?
Oh yeah, I forget that.
You're good at this too.
Dude.
Yeah, so when he kept saying Crody, that was actually like a Canadian reference.
Oh, actually, what Kendrick Lamar meant when he was talking.
Come on, man. We need the demo in 1 hour.
It will be done by then, don't worry.
He knows things.
I got.
This guy is hilarious and he knows things. He knows what's going on in a company. He has had some good corporate experience. He knows what goes on.
Alright, I will be ready.
I like that fact.
Oh, my OS just broke. Just let me fix that first.
How the fuck did your OS broke? What the fuck is going on?
Come on, man.
Hey, I'll be done by then.
Is this 2K25
Yeah.
limited edition?
Hijacked edition.
What does that say?
Oh, that's just compiler small talk.
It's red.
Compilers always be complaining. Dude, new LLVM version is up. Build is failing though.
We have a demo coming up.
Ah, don't worry, I'll fix.
Oh, that was amazing. That was amazing. I love that. Okay, so let's just complete the exercises we're gonna complete. So we have to do one more question and we'll be good to go. Here I think a compiler will be complaining a little bit more because we suck at Golang right now. That's the fact. That's why we are doing these streams. We're doing these streams because we suck at Golang. Compiler be complaining, man. That's real. And that's what I hate about Rust. The compiler is complaining a little too fucking much, and it starts to get on my nerve after a while. Bro, it's easy when the compiler is complaining in Python and stuff. You have a simple issue, you know the syntax, there is nothing more to be done in the syntax. You just know the language as a whole now. You're at that point. And then you see an error, you know you have done some logical mistake, you have mistyped something or whatever, and then comes in Rust. You have just started to learn the language. There is such a high resistance to get to the actual coding because the compiler will keep fucking complaining. Dude, oh, such a waste of energy to think about it now. But I mean, hey, it's a good language. I mean, people love that. It's the most loved language anyway. So I think they are doing something right? And I think the fact is the beauty with which they manage memory. Like even just restricting the programmer a little bit, they are able to obtain such amazing memory safety and stuff like that. So that's something to be appreciated. I mean, and it's just gonna be int, I think. That's all that's gonna be inside of a track. Now you want a new track function which will basically take the int distance and return a track the distance of distance. That's cool. Now let's finally write the drive function. Drives the car one time. If there is not enough battery to drive one more time, the car will not move. And how do we know how much batteries took for each drive? I think, okay, the battery drainage. So, okay, so if car dot battery is greater than minus car dot battery drain greater than 0, return wait. So you just want to do car dot distance plus equal to car dot speed and just return the car. I think that's what. Else you just return the car strip. Oh, so you just don't want to have a else statement as such. Just want to have a return car. That's all right. So if it's greater, and also at the same time we'll do car dot battery drain, or car dot battery minus equal to car dot battery drain. That's what it should be. And finally, can finish. Can finish, or if it has already finished or not. Takes a car and a track instant as a parameter and returns true if a car can finish the race, otherwise it returns false. Okay, so you just basically want to check that uh so distance. So you want to check whatever is the track distance. So track dot distance divided by car dot speed. So this will give you the total amount of car times the battery needs to be drained. Should be greater than. Okay, wait. So this thing, this whole thing into car dot battery, and we don't want to use the car. We want to use the instance. We are currently using the struct itself, which is not correct. Cool. So this is correct now, and yeah. So you just want to do car dot battery drain is greater than car dot battery. Then you just wanna return true, else return false. I think that makes sense. Right. So drag dot distance divided by car dot speed, which are both gonna be integers when multiplied by battery drain, should be greater than the battery or equal to the battery. That's what. It can barely complete the track. I guess that makes sense. Let's see if we have implemented everything correctly or not. Nice, compiler error. So the compiler is complaining again. Non-declaration statement outside function body. What? In the fourth line itself. Wait, is this not how you specify them? I think there is a syntax issue in how I'm specifying the struct. Types shape struct. Okay. So type car struct. Oh yeah, that's how you do it. Oh man, I completely missed that one. So you do it like this because you can also specify you doesn't necessarily have to be a struct. You can also have something like type track int, and that's just it. So type is going to be any integer, and you just have specified it to be make it more explicit in a sense, to make it more clear to you when you're running the code yourself. So I think that should be it. That was the first error we were able to find. The compiler will complain a little bit more. Unexpected comma in the struct, possibly missing semicolon or new line. Do we not use a semicolon or anything? Okay, we don't use any commas inside this. My bad. Okay, that makes sense. That should be okay now. Yeah, here we are using comma. So we use commas when we are declaring it. We just don't use it when we are actually instantiating it. Oh wait, did I say it incorrectly? Yeah. So when we are not using commas when we are instantiating it, but we are using commas when we are trying to shit, my word, it keeps slipping. And you got the point. I'm gonna repeat myself. Unexpected new line in composite literal, possibly missing comma or brackets in the 15th line. Yeah, you're just missing a comma, aren't you? Run test now. I think this will also complain about missing a comma. I've seen in Golang this just somehow wants comma at the end of the line. For some reason, yeah, this will also complain for a comma. This will also complain, I guess. Rest everything is fine. I don't know why. I mean, it's a good practice. It's whenever you code in Python, PyCharm is always bugging you to have a comma at the end of the line or whatever, but it's just not something that you should give a error based off of. And what's the issue now? Battery drain in a struct literal of a car. So unknown field battery. Oh, better drain. Wow, you're doing some interesting errors today. Now what else do we have? 1522 undefined better drain. Again, I did the thing twice. Car dot better drain. I just kept on fucking doing it. Why? Maybe my Y is acting up a bit weird on my keyboard. I need to just clean it. I shouldn't be doing these many bugs, otherwise that's not possible. Okay, did we get rid of all of the errors? Or do we have something else as well? We have not even reached the logical errors yet. Dude, process is slow. Oh my god, this is taking so much time. Okay, we did pass 2 out of the 4 tasks. Fuck. So the creation was successful. I think we somehow failed the drive. How did we fail the drive? Um, okay. So they sent me a speed of 18, the battery drain was 10, the battery was 10, the distance was 0. Was it not greater? Oh man, I missed an equal to here, that's what. But okay, there was another test that I failed, right? Why is this one failed? Um, so car can finish, we need to check, and the car was with a battery of 100, battery drain of 2, speed of 5, distance was 20 currently. Okay, so basically the distance can be something, right? Okay, yeah, we discussed this. So car dot distance. That's what. That's all. So basically, yeah, that should take care of everything. Cool. So we found the 2 bugs. Now it should be running without any logical errors inside of it. And okay, we missed something else as well. Let's see. This is what? This is can finish. Okay. So in can finish, we expected true, but we returned false. When the battery was 100, the battery drain was 2, speed was 5, and distance was 20. So we were at a distance of 20. So that's what I subtracted. So we have 10 more distance to be covered, basically. And the car speed is 5, so we need 2 instances. How did we fail this? I'm saying this should be great. What the fuck am I doing? This is just incorrect. Dude, this should be less than equal to. Man, silly bugs. I'm just not thinking too much, I guess. I'm just way more focused on the language itself than the logical part. I think the language, I'm taking the logical part way too leniently, I think. That's what's happening to me right now. But okay, so we did execute all of these functions. We understood how structs are created using the type keyword and the struct keyword. We also understood how do we instantiate them. We also understood how it is generally a good idea to use a new function, which is basically a constructor function for these kind of structs. And then we did some logical comparisons and stuff that we had already done before, but this time using the attributes inside of a particular struct. So cool. So we're just going to submit this exercise and move on to our last exercise for the day, after which we're going to wrap up this stream. Cool. Mark is complete. Confirm. So we learned about structs. Yep. Let's go. Card tricks. Learn about slices using card tricks. Slices in Go are similar to lists or arrays in other languages. They hold several elements of a specific type. Slices in Go are based off on arrays. Arrays have a fixed size. A slice, on the other hand, is dynamically sized, flexible view of the element of an array. So I think the slice is more like a list of a Python in here. I think that's what they're trying to tell us. A slice is written like brackets t, where t is being the type of the element in the slice. So this is an empty slice. This is how we create a slice, and this. Okay, and you can just add to the slice with some kind of a push keyword or something, I think. Okay, so we have the append function. So append is a function that is not a method as such. So you pass in the function, you pass in your slice, you pass in your things you want to add inside of the slice, I think, and just put it equal to it. So I think you can okay, so you can add multiple appends in a single append call, which is not something you can do in Python. You can only append a single item at a time in Python. But okay, so that's what you do, and this is how you, yeah, this is very similar to Python. I don't think we do need to waste any time in it. This is also extremely similar to Python. This is exactly how slices work in Python. Oh, cool, cool, cool. Variadic functions. So variadic functions, yeah. So I think we read about it somewhere. Oh, okay. Maybe I read about it in the book or during the boot.dev course. But basically, the thing is that here you can pass in any number of variables, and b will be your variadic variable. So it will have a slice basically inside of it, and you can pass in any number of ints inside it. So it will just be accessible as a slice inside of your function call. So when you're calling the function, you're using something like this only, that you are just giving it multiple parameters as such, but they will be uh, treated as a slice inside of our function. So that's what's up with this. Makes sense. That's what variadic functions. We can just see any example of them if they are being used somewhere in here. Yeah, so find is a variadic function. You are given the nums and the nums, and you have to find the index of nums inside it. So they are just using it as a list straightforward. I don't think it is a great example to really show it, but that's what you get. You can have a sum function or basically something like that. So when you're writing, when you want average of a particular number of parameters you want to get, you can use this kind of a function which will make it accessible as a list inside of the function, and then you will just calculate the mean as you do inside of the functions. That just makes sense. So let's just get to the exercise. As a musician to be, Alice needs to practice some basics. She has a stack of cards and she wants to manipulate. To make things a bit easier, she only uses the cards 1 to 10. Okay, that definitely makes things easier for us. Now, create a slice with certain cards. When practicing with her cards, Alice likes to start with her favorite 3 cards of the deck, 2, 6, and 9. Write a function favorite cards that returns a slice with those cards in that order. Okay, that's nothing. Return the card at position index from the given stack. Okay, if the index is out of bounds, i.e. if it is negative or at the end of stack, we want to return -1. Got it? And exchange a card in the deck. So exchange the card at position index with the new card provided and return the X just its stack. Note that this will modify the input slice, which is the expected behavior. So you want me to directly modify the input slice, is it? But no, you are setting it up again as cards, right? So you want me to directly return the cards. Add cards to the top of the stack. Oh my god, how many instructions are there? Okay, 2 more. Add the card specified in the value parameter at the top of the stack. So you just basically want to append it. Oh no, you want to add it at the top of the stack. So you want to append it at the 0th position. Do they provide any documentation regarding that in this? I don't think they did. I don't think they did. Yeah, they didn't. Okay, we'll figure out how we can append it, or we can just um use that. Okay, maybe we'll figure something out. That's okay. There are multiple ways around it. Okay, and removing your card from the stack, remove an item at a particular position from the stack and return the stack afterwards. This may modify the input stack, which is finally okay. And I keep calling it stack because I think it starts from S, I think, or something, but it's a slice. Generally, you don't use the slice word in general. In Python, the slicing operation was something that you just, that particular, this operation is what Python slices. That's all. It's a list, but you're slicing that list. So I think it will be a little bit more difficult for me to get the habitual to the Golang annotative, like Golang terminologies for this. But okay, so favorite cards. Here you just want me to return um int, which is 2, 4, 2, 6, and 9. I think what are favorite cards. Yep, I think that's it. Get item retrieves an item from a slice at a given position. So you just want to return the index value or at a particular position. Oh no. What do you want to? If the index is out of range, we want to be -1. So okay. So I think what was the Golang behavior? Wait. So if I try to ask for something that is actually not there, what was the Golang behavior of doing things? So in generally, when you are creating a map or something and you ask for a particular value inside of a map in Golang, it returns you a error with it. So there are two outputs. One is your actual value and one is the error. Now with the error, you can actually identify if the thing that you asked for actually was there present inside of your map or not. But I don't know how you can do that with the list because the slice doesn't provide an error as such. So maybe we can just use the length keyword or something. So negative positions they don't want or greater than the length. So if len, is there a len keyword in Golang? Let's just hope for the best. Len slice. So if index is greater than equal to len slice or index is less than 0, I want you to return -1, return slice index. That should be it. Now set item. So set item writes an item to a slice at a given position with a particular value. The value needs to be appended. So if the index is out of range, the value needs to be appended. And what kind of out of range do you mean here? Does it include the negative values as well? Retrieving we have done in exchange. Note that it will modify. If the index is out of bound, if it is negative, you want to append. So okay. So the same thing, but instead of returning it like this, you're gonna append it and return it. So slice dot append your value and you return slice. You don't want to even return it here. Else slice index equal to value, and finally you want to return slice. That should be it. And for the fourth one, which is basically prepending something, I'm not sure how you want to do it, but one of the simplest ways I can think right now is that you create a temporary so you basically do append with two slices where your first one is your int values. Basically you can just put in values. Prepend adds arbitrary number of values at the front of the slice. And what do you mean by arbitrary number of values? Is it first in first out or last in first out? Let's just quickly check. So if it is 32648 and you add 51, you want it to be first in first out in a sense. So you just want the values and you want the slice to be here. That should be it basically. It should be able to append both of the strings. I think that's how the append keyword works in Golang. So merge two slices in Golang. Yeah, can it use int literal as like add dots after the second line? Oh, in a sense, you're just unwrapping it. That makes sense. Very similar to JS in this regards. Cool. So you're just unwrapping it as parameters instead of actually passing it as a slice itself. So again, makes sense. And then finally, we want to remove an item. And for removing an item, yeah, how would you fucking remove an item? I have no idea. So let's just see how we can remove an item. Remove an item from a slice in Golang. I mean, I can create a copy of a list and just do it there, but I bet there must be a better way of removing things. There is not? Damn, that sucks. Damn, I'm gonna try the Zen browser, by the way. Maybe in the next stream you will see me using Zen browser if I really love it. Um, I mean, I just love the design. I just couldn't get over it. It's such a beautiful color palette, man. It's amazing. Remove item removes an item from a slice by modifying the existing slice. Okay, let's see how we can do that. So we have a slice, we have an index, and what if the index is out of bounds? We want to leave the stack unchanged. That's what I wanted to hear. I love you for that. So let's just do this. So we basically want to go to the other case of this. So our index is less than len and are greater than equal to 0. So, and we're going to return slice anyway. And if that's the case, if it is our happy case, then we want the slice to be actually modified in a way. And I think everywhere we want the slice to be modified. So I'm just going to say slice is equal to append values comma slice and actually return just slice here, just to make sure that we are doing everything correctly. And I think that's the only place we did it that way. So yeah, now we have this. We want our slice to be actually equal to slice till that particular index. So this will not include that index plus slice index plus 1 and ahead of it. So to do that, we'll again use the append operator and we're gonna unwrap this. So this should be actually it. I hope we don't do any bugs in this one. This was super straightforward and there was no much of a syntactic sugar. Undefined type int has no field or method append. Did I use dot append somewhere? Ah, see, classic Python, man. That's what it does to you. But luckily we are getting better at it because that's the only place we did the Python bug. Value int of type is not used. Huh? Which value is not used? Oh, didn't do. Oh, I didn't do that. That's what. Great. 4 of the 5 tasks completed. Why did we fuck up one of the tasks? Remove out of bounds. So we had 3, 4, 5, 6. We wanted 3, 4, 5, 6. And what did you get? Test failure. You're just giving me test failure. Remove out of bounds syntax. You're showing me nothing? Dude, that sucks. Just show me something. They had some instructions how we can have the debug things printed, right? Oh, you just want me to use the FMD. Okay. Cool. Import FMD. Yeah, and just gonna fmt dot println percentage v. As I told you, if you're not sure, just use percentage v and return the slice. Let's see what the compiler has been complaining about this time. And it's not a compiler issue, by the way, it's a logical issue, but let's just see. As a possible printf formatting directive. Oh, yeah, you can't use that. Printf, and we're just gonna do \n here to give it the same println functionality. Cool, so let's just see what is printed now. You didn't print anything. You suck. I thought you will print it for me now. What the hell is the use of it then? Remove item slice index. You gave me a slice, you gave me a particular index, but somehow I didn't do what you wanted me to do, right? You wanted me to keep the slice unchanged, but something must have changed. Oh, it's a or. It should be an and not this and. Mind you, it's a Python and. This is the and it needs to have. Now we should be succeeding. It was just a basic issue with the not, how we applied the not operator. We could have used the not directly, by the way. We didn't use the not function. We just rewrote our Boolean expression and somehow missed that we have changed the expression so the or needs to be converted to and that's why. So we learn about slices and variadic functions as well. I hope that made sense. So one more thing we learned about was that slice or unwrapping basically, or detangling, whatever you want to call it. So we just had the slice, we send it inside, we wanted to send the slice inside the function as a list of parameters, so we just put the dot 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 operator in front of it, and that's what worked for us. So yeah, those are the 5 exercises for today. We are on the 11th exercise now, and I hope you're having an amazing time. We'll be starting off with the 12th exercise. In total we have 115 exercises left, and we'll see how many of them we'll actually go through before we actually start to feel confident enough that we continue working on the projects and we start on the image generation project that I want to work on as my full stack project on this channel using Golang. So that would be the goal. For that, we'll be using the Google API. Google provides a free API and it gives you 300 credits. And so that's kind of a cool thing. For LLMs, you have a free API, completely free API. For image generation, you will get $300 credits as the start on your account. And by that, I calculated, and you will be able to generate 7,500 images, which are more than enough for a project that you're working for your portfolio, or you even want to deploy it for a while and let people have some free images from it as well. That could be pretty cool. Or maybe you can think it more in the business regards and have a better plan for it. But that's for you to think. I'll be working on the project. I will be going through it in detail and we'll try to cover as much as possible using Golang in that project. And I hope you're enjoying these exercise scripts. And we'll just see what all these exercises are going to teach us. And yeah, that thing, we are going to have more fun streams in this channel. I think these are too boring of people. We'll do some Reddit memes review or something like that. We can plan it on every weekend or something. That could be pretty interesting. But I also want to continue working on my research paper. And if you have not been here enough, this channel started off as a result that I wanted to write a research paper from scratch, and somehow I just want to work on it again. I stopped working on it after a while, after sending it to a few publications. It got rejected. I guess that's the journey of a paper, and I just got demotivated enough at a time to stop working on it. But now I think I have learned a lot more about AI. I've explored the field enough, and I actually want to learn more about it and actually publish that paper that I thought of at the time. Let's just see where that goes. So I hope you enjoyed the stream. It was more of a chill stream, but we majorly wanted to do the exercism exercises. But yeah, I always love talking to you guys. So bye. See you another time. And I hope that will be soon.